Me, the professor, and I'm holding up the card, the magic card right here. Magic card. So salute to you guys. If you do not have one of these already, I highly recommend it. And if you haven't figured it out yet, I am referring to nothing more than the original Uno cards that you played as a kid, possibly. Very famous all over the world. You guys see that? That's cause work. If you guys didn't see my video earlier, I did get somehow restricted or something on Facebook. I don't blame them. I go hard in the paint. Do you blame me? Listen, here's where this gets fun and interesting for any man that's thinking about going overseas, but you're stuck. I'm going to give you the Uno reversal card. I'm going to let you go back in time and think of that very fucking moment that you decided that you were going to shoot the club up with some bitch that you weren't sure about. And you allowed a one-night stand to turn into a fucking nightmare that probably lasted for fucking years already. So how do you turn this ship around? How do you give yourself that Uno card? And you're probably saying, Professor, I do not want to leave my kids behind. I'm not telling you to leave your kids behind. I'm not telling you to go anywhere. I'm telling you to go back in time and remember that you allowed that simping fucking behavior. Because she said, come on, bust one up in me. Talking about, I had a girl take, come in me. Put your shit in right here and come in me. I've had several of them say that shit. That right there. What am I talking about? You think I'm talking about abortions? No, motherfucker. I'm against abortions. I never was before. But believe me, you, bud. Seeing the statistics and seeing what life is really, having a child of my own, I'm going to have to say there was at one time I was a fucking dickhead who didn't know any better and hoped that a girl wasn't pregnant because I was so fucking dumb with so many girls. That goes for my baby mama. Motherfucker's 22 years old. He's not a baby. But, you know, what am I supposed to do, you guys? Here it is. I told the kid the truth. He didn't want to hear the truth. And then when I refuted anything his mother had told him, I was like, well, that's not exactly true. He's like, yeah, you're a fucking liar, you know. All you got to do. And then he would talk to me as if I need to clean my life up. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if he means my teeth, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. He said some things about me that were probably true 20-something years ago. But that's not me today. So it's like, you know what I mean? And I can't say the same thing. My own father, who the fuck knows? And I sat him down. I looked across the fucking thing from him. I sat in disgust at this guy. And I'm like, you beat my mom up. You did all these things to my mother. And he's like, well, that's not how that went. Okay, but I did not want to listen either. I didn't want to take the time to listen to anything this dude had to say. And I would not blame my kid either for not wanting to listen to anything I had to say either, because, you see, when I say I was a foul person, it would be an understatement of the century. Because it's just one thing after another, because, you know, I was a simp. I told you guys, I was simp. I hope you can hear my ass, because hold on a second. Yesterday we had audio problems and it was fucked up. I don't have time to even talk about what we're talking about today. So I simped. I did not take the reversal card. In fact, this reversal card did not even come to me till fucking years later. You see, I may have missed out on 22 years of my kid's life, and it's my fault. You know why it's my fault? Because I chose that woman. So I chose that woman. So now, see, it's my fault that I was in that relationship. And I was an asshole. But just the thing, I wasn't an asshole. I was a fucking good dude to that girl. You know what I mean? I helped her. I simped my face off of her. I helped her find her ex-husband. You know what I mean? Because she was like dead set on getting child support from this guy who beat her up and pissed on her face and all this other bullshit she told me about him. And I'm like, that motherfucker. So as a simp, and I didn't know any better, I, of course, followed through like a simp should. Paid her bills, told her not worry about stuff. I was going to be doing good. I was younger than her by about 10, I want to say she was probably 5 or 10 years older than me. I was only like 20-something years old. I was like a jitterbug with a sweet tooth. She was in her 30s. So she was probably 34, 35, something like that. You know what I mean? It's like geriatric pregnancy. You don't get pregnant. And you know what's crazy is I shot the club up every fucking night for a year. Nothing happened. Then all of a sudden I break up with her and she's pregnant. And then she's threatening me. You know what I mean? She's threatening me. She stole my passport. Oh, Jesus Christ. She stole my passport. She stole my ATM card. She cleaned out my bank account. I was so drunk at the time I didn't know any better. But shit, yeah, man. She went nutso. And every single thing that you could say that I did illegal my whole time with her, she was involved in every possible way. Like every single stupid thing that she asked me to do to get involved with always involved me paying for it and there being some, you know what I mean? Some kind of payout for it. But we were always involved in clubs, like disgusting fucking nightclubs. So it's not like we were into anything special. You know, I had a cell phone shop, and when I left, I gave her the cell phone shop so she could take care of that kid. Probably didn't tell you that, did she? No, probably not. See, she called the police on me for breaking up with her. And she called the police on me every opportunity she had to call the police on me or go and corrupt the file, you know what I'm saying, in some way, just to threaten me so I would never leave. So, you know what I mean? I don't know how that's supposed to work for some women, but when the dead relationship is over and you got to threaten somebody to stay with you, that shit's messed up. And I understand why now, because now I deal with people that are traumatized. Now I understand why she was the way she was. And I'm just saying these things because I'm sure that some of you have had to deal with people with borderline personality disorder. And there's no cure for it. There's no medication you could take. It makes people murderous. It mostly affects women almost 99% of the time. And it only affects men very, very few times. But the thing that bothers me about this situation is that she told my son that I was a paranoid schizophrenic, which was news to me. Because as far as I know, this never stops. Never stops. Never stop. So anyway, this is the first live I've had in a long time, and it looks like I've been throttled. So I don't know, man. I'm going to start blowing it up, I guess. That's what you guys want to hear. You want to hear the rest of the story? Use that Uno card. Think about some situation where you, because you're a man, were told that you ain't shit, that he abandoned us, and what happens is you produce weak, passive-aggressive, fucked up children with depression, behavioral problems, and end up in prison. You know, even talking to this kid, he said he had violent tendencies. And violent tendencies are for kids that are weak. Kids that grow up without a father end up weak. You see what I'm watching? Ancient Aliens, time travel. Isn't that weird? Boom, time travel. I wish I could go back in time and change that kid's life. The problem is, I don't have to. He decided he didn't want to be a part of my life. He didn't want to communicate with me like an adult. And I don't play that fucking game. I don't give a fuck. Wash my fucking hands and move right the fuck on. You didn't want to be in my life, you would have contacted me. I did everything in my power, like a dumbass, to contact you and your uncles, and you still didn't respond. That's on you, motherfucker. And as far as that foul fucking mother of yours, I didn't want to have to do this. See what I'm saying? And you see, the thing is, anything and everything that poor girl got herself involved with, including me, was absolutely 100% her fucking fault. Because just like I chose her, she chose me. She opened her fucking legs and talking about come in me and have a baby with me. And my stupid ass did it. Now look at me. I'm without a son. I've been alienated. Y'all don't want to believe that shit because your mom could do no wrong. I'm positive because you're brainwashed. So you emasculated this poor kid. You know what I'm saying? I wish that hell I was there to protect him when somebody in his family was fucking trying to hurt him. You hear that? Somebody in his fucking family tried to hurt him. I'm not there to help him. See, your mom did such a good ass fucking job keeping an eye on you, protecting you. But now this motherfucker is like trying to man up, posting up on me. So it is what it is, dude. You know what I mean? The only thing that hurts me is that you are rejecting me at this point. That's a problem that alienated fathers are going to have. Their kids are totally brainwashed into believing that the father was the problem. The father was the asshole. The father was the cheater. Yeah, but you know what? When your mom's a motherfucking psycho and doesn't allow you to be in your kid's life, what the fuck do you expect? The dude to hang around? Do you expect a person to hang around and take that kind of abuse? Is that what you think? You think someone is going to stand by a woman that's going to just belittle him, treat him like shit? You know what she tried to do? She tried to make me sit down to fucking pee. Trying to emasculate me, just like she tried to emasculate the big dude who was before me. And you know what it all stems from? Her fucking father abusing her. And I'm the fucking asshole. All of it is trauma related. And the thing is I gave the kid meditations. He wants to go on fucking medication, you guys. You believe that? And I could help him. And I offered to help him. And he just said, nah, fuck you. You're just a fucking whatever. I just wanted to hear you lie or some shit. Because this dude has been fed stuff that I can't even... Stuff that happened before he was even born. You got my mom an STD while you're pregnant? Probably so. Because that's what fucking assholes do. They go out with 60 different fucking women, and then yet she comes back around knowing that I'm a fucking asshole and I'm cheating with all these bitches. So what does that make her? Hello? See, you gotta understand that women like that are attracted to bad boys. I was a fucking bad boy. I was running through chicks. She just happened to be in that fucking stack. An older chick, dude, with a kid has no fucking high market value. This low-hanging fruit. And I was still married. I was still married to my daughter's fucking mother in the States. Going through a divorce that was like, took years. Why? Because I wasn't hanging around. And this other shit that bothers me is it's told my own kid that he has paranoia. And you know what's crazy is that if you tell a paranoid person one fucking lie, they'll never believe anything you fucking say. Which now he knows some shit. He knows some truth. And that boy is never gonna fucking listen to that woman again. Because now He knows some things that only he would fucking know that would prove beyond the shadow of doubt that everything I've said was true. He wants to be egoful and pride and all that stuff and try and like shame me for some shit. But I felt him out. I figured him out in 30 seconds. He has a violent streak. He's weak. He's probably got some kind of like axe to grind. And he wants me to stop talking about his mother on the fucking internet. And I said, listen, son, I'm writing an entire series of books about a person just like your mother on the internet. So, fair use, motherfucker. And this is the beautiful part. See, now we're about to go into world war. And he would be safer with me here when those pussy-ass motherfucking Germans over there that you have no rights. See, they already restricted me to Germany. They already flagged me 100 fucking times. So whatever. And y'all want to paint it up as something that it's not because it hurts your fucking feelings when somebody tells you the truth. Anyway, that's 1641. I'm out.